Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda. Here is Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. Boy, do I have an episode for you. I'm going to have to sort of speed things up again. This is going to be one of those long ones, which again rather makes me wonder if Windows Movie Maker might not try to throw a fit or two. But of course, that means no mid-game analysis, or at least no sort of pausing episodes, and I'll also try to sort of speed up the things when nothing quite much happens. But this is going to be quite a doozy, quite an exciting one, quite a tense one. It shall be featuring Nonsensei, who is a pretty high-ranking American player. Opposing him shall be, yes indeed, WMDChains. Yes indeed, Chains, the veteran who fought the beast and slew it. He is now, of course, ready to fight the Sensei, fighting for the Panzer Lehr. And Mr. Nonsensei fighting for the 1st Infantry Division, that most admirable divisions. Wehrmacht quarters up. Barracks up. So far, the sort of usual things. A bit of, discussion going on between the twos, Engineers ready to roll. And all that. Actually, I briefly caught this game a bit while it was being cast, and then afterwards I got it. Of course, I won't say from whom. Full Scrambling moving out, ready to fight for the glory of the fatherland, and I'm all ready and recharged after a bit of a few days at home visiting my mother. Got a nice little book which was supposed to have my birthday. Nice little bit of detail there. Got one on the Scandinavians who fought in the Waffen SS, not only the Viking and the Nordland, but also those legions they actually created in between those, so quite a bit of fun thing there. But Americans swinging rather heavily towards the west. Wehrmacht, on the other hand, going towards the east. This could certainly mean they'd be missing each other a bit in the beginning. But quite a fun book. Learned a few things I did not know. For example, the only Scandinavians who actually ever gained a Knight's Cross were all Danes. Anyhow, Rifleman continuing the western route. Volksguns continuing the east. Pioneers there. And some pioneers here. Of course, they're probably going to end up in a slightly nasty situation if it continues like that. But so far, the Wehrmacht and American advances so far completely missing each other. Most exciting. And we are seeing an MG42 coming up for Chains. I'm not the one sort of start I'd recommend, but still, at least you have some infantry to sort of guard the MG4 to at least ensure it doesn't run straight into an ambush. Yeah, Nonsensei apparently seems to think his opponent would sort of give away his plan. Are you going for false grenadier sniper? Why, yes, of course, honorable opponent. I would gladly tell you my plan. No, of course not. And certainly do not fall for that trick if someone asks you. There we go. Why would I tell you that? That's so far a bit quiet. Things might soon change, though. We are seeing Chains moving in. The MG42 continuing. He's stopping up with a false grenadiers. This could get a bit ugly, but no. MG42 setting up. Oh, no, come on. Decide. Of course, Sensei rather realizing there's an MG on the move. He's sort of moving about, just taking points. Also doing a bit of harassment, sneaking that. Pioneers forced to move in. Further riflemen arriving. Wonder what will be next. More false grenadiers out of Chains on the Panzer Lehr. At this stage, it took quite a beating during Normandy, and I suppose we'll just imagine this is Lüttich. The American Operation Cobra, which is basically their attempt at finally breaking out of the Normandy beachhead, or sort of the Normandy area, which they succeeded. The Panzer Lehr at this stage was pretty beaten up and rather strung out on a rather thin line. But in years going down, of course, question is, will they be able to break through the lines of the Lehr in this case? Who knows? But sort of focusing all of his troops back instead of having spread up, this is good. You certainly want to be careful about, spreading out your troops a bit too much. Second unit on the way from the Wehrmacht quarters. No, he's in fact going for grenades. Nonsensei is getting a bit grenady with his grenades. This could certainly prove to be quite fruitful if, of course, you can get a good attack angle on, if just leads attack from enough angles. And we are seeing further enhanced and focused efforts from the Wehrmacht and the Panzer Lehr, at least in this case the replacement troops. MG42 opening up, and these riflemen, oh dear, this could easily end up oh goodness gracious. Excellent assault right there, and oh my goodness, Johnny just barely makes it out of there alive with a sliver of health. Meanwhile, in the west, the Americans pushes onwards. We are seeing another MG42 advancing, although it seems to be slightly stalling there. Crew not entirely sure what's going on. MG42, they're setting up to cover the western flank. Good, mine here. Rifleman coming under fire as the MG42 fires away with its high volume of fire. Lovely little trick there. And the Americans are moving in here, continuing to pressure, continuing to take away resources from Chains. Nice to see, although so far not a lot of losses, of course, for Chains. Of course, that could be used to sort of get more units on the field already, of course, going straight for the next tier. I mean, certainly it's always a good thing to sort of keep the losses down a bit. And he's also laying down barbed wire to make it a bit harder to gain ground, take points, and of course use cover. Lovely to see, and of course also hindering the movement of his opponent. Groovy there, Mr. Chains, although you might want to push soon. And flamethrowers being equipped for the engineers. He's sort of just continuing taking more territory away. Let's actually speed this up a bit. This is not the necessary part. Yes, it is a bit early, sort of speeding up, but again, much more action later on. There we go, the assault from Nonsensei moving in. And, oh dear, he just having trouble. He had both MGs covering in the west, but it's not enough. And there we go, grenades going off. Also looks like a man went off, and more grenades going off. Heavy losses for the Wehrmacht. The Panzer Lehr Ersatz Panzer Grenadieren are forced off the field as the riflemen of the 1st Infantry Division just secure as much as possible. Oh, you naughty, naughty American. Oh, a mine was hit, killing 2 riflemen. The engineers were not swift enough with the minesweepers to sort that out. Clearly, someone's been sleeping on their job, haven't they, Joe? And we are seeing a sniper out for Mr. Chains. 2 infantry units, 2 MG units, and a sniper. Goodness gracious. Quickly reinforcing at the same time, going for the Krieg barracks. Of course, he now has to... Of course, he does know he has a bit of time since, of course, there are grenades. But at the same time, though, I mean, Sensei pretty much has most of the map. And it's only going to be a bit of a long slot back into battlefield dominance, pushing onwards. So Fult's going to stay in the east, holding off against some riflemen. And we are seeing a grenade getting lobbed. No, they move a bit about. And the riflemen, in fact, are running away from the Fult's Grenadiers. A small victory for the Wehrmacht in the making. When it was made. And we are seeing here MG covering the advance. And riflemen also forced away. Rather, realizing this is not a good situation for them. And some riflemen here apparently hanging about. Perhaps waiting for the right time to launch the assault into the flank of this advance. Oh dear, but Chains is quick to move. And let's just briefly speed this up again. Doesn't seem to be much will be happening. And again, I'm doing this with good reason. Because again, later on, much more action, much more dread. And of course, I sort of have to sort of cut off time here and there. Otherwise, this could end up not being able to, well, not without a lot of issue and a lot of swearing, curses, and threats about someone being sent to the Eastern Front. Finding returns, riflemen, we are seeing a bit there. We are seeing a bit of engagement right here. Some false grenades being forced away by riflemen. And what is going on here? We are seeing BARs. We are also seeing a weapon support center up. We are seeing, in fact, a sniper ready to counter-snipe the German sniper. Americans pushing through in the center. MG42 coming, the other MG42 second one. And we are seeing a half-track coming up for Mr. Chains. It's a Panzer Lehr half-track. Of course, the Panzer Lehr was one of the few divisions who actually have a lot of half-tracks. Most other divisions really couldn't muster that many half-tracks. Particularly as the war sort of dragged on. Bit of fun fact there. Sniper forced away. The flamethrowers catch him on the run. And Sniper up on the MG42. False grenades also taking heavy losses. Oh dear, this could end up like a total collapse, or as a total collapse. Only thing holding on is a half-track and some false grenadiers in the east. And at the same time, though, breaking through in the west with some pioneers to take some territory there. And we are seeing a bit of a clever move there. Laying down mines. Yes, indeed, being swift to sort of lay down mines. And, of course, in a road right here. Good move there by Nonsensei, not wasting time. Half-track a bit out in the open. False grenadiers not following. Oh, there we go. MP40s have been equipped, having secured a cache somewhere. Riflemen coming under fire, and there we go, full retreat. But of course, the mine is there, and they don't quite know about it. This could make things a bit more problematic. At the same time, a Pack 38 ready, in case, of course, a whip motor pool will come up sooner or later. Question is, of course, what we'll be getting next. Hopefully, perhaps some more infantry. Is a bit low on that. That's something you have to be a bit careful about, to put it, say the least. And we are returning a bit to Chains. Now, of course, Sensei has gone the BRs, and yes. False grenades under fire, one man down. Of course, the half-track is nearby to allow them to reinforce. That, of course, is one of the advantages of having a half-track. Sniper ends up. This is certainly going to be a bit difficult to reinforce. People getting sniped, shot. And someone trying to sort of, yes, discuss. Of course, I can't respond during a replay. And, of course, there are instructions at the end of each cast, you know. A bit of a text right there, so of course keep that in mind. Rifleman going on against the half-track. This is quite a bit of damage going on. Rifleman, though, taking losses. Too much German fire being directed, and Veterans 1 for the support units. Of course, for the MGs, it gives them increased accuracy and also helps with them reloading. That, of course, is quite nice. Very beneficial for units like snipers and pioneers. Only a bit of self-healing. Veterans 2 gives more health to them. Can't remember for the snipers nor for the MG forces, so that could be elite armor. American sniper opening up a bit. He has already revealed himself, and now we are seeing a motor pool coming up for Chains. Chains. The master of chains. No, not quite. But he's certainly doing his best to sort of retake territory. Good move there. A second sniper has arrived for the Panzer Lehr, crossing the remains of the railway under the watchful gaze of the half-track, although it's not quite manned yet. MG42 moving up as well, getting reinforced. This is good. No further veterancy on the way. No infantry veterancy. That could have been nice. Americans gathering up for an assault in the west. Riflemen and all. Some others could also sneak through in these. In fact, they are doing so. Interesting enough, there's no attempt at a medic station or supply and upgrade so far for Nonsensei. That could have been good earlier on. Rifleman going down. Mine here has in fact been detected, though. That was a bit unfortunate. It could have worked, but minesweepers from Chains sort of saw that one out. Engineers continue getting sniped right in the face. And yes, some engineers die, and my apologies, there might have been a sort of slight jump in things, but accidentally, just as I got to this stage, I sort of accidentally, casually, rather unplugged the power from the computer. That's sort of a... yeah, I hate it when that happens. It's a bit of a... how things are rather spaced, and well... that accidentally happens from time to time. It's not quite fun, but thankfully there's a surge protector on the computer which protects against that, but... well, at least any damage. But right, back to the fighting. Yes, no flaps problems as of yet. Of course, I'm actually sort of considering moving over to something called DX-Terry. And a bit of artillery right here. After taking a bit of damage. Bit of a problem here, then, considering the assault that sort of went on. And some of you are wondering, well, Dane, what sort of problem? He's not following up on the artillery. He has nothing to follow up on this artillery. In fact, most of his forces just got beaten back. I mean, usually using artillery to sort of initiate an attack, you know, blow away the defenses, cause a bit of confusion, then move in and mop up. Trouble is, he sort of moved it here to sort of afterwards, and he didn't quite get as much damage out of it. Flamethrowers charging in. There's engineers caught on fire. A sniper running away. Quickly, run, Harold, run! And he just makes it. German snipers flying away, and of course, he just barely makes it. He was just beyond the range of those snipers. That was pretty much a bit too bloody close. After quickly repaired. And there we go, mine set off. Medics moving in to pick up the wounded. A medic bunker is up for Chains, of course. Might get him a bit more infantry still. He is a bit low. He's also got a bit of veterancy 1 for the units. Now he's getting veterancy 2 for his support units. Medic under fire. There's nothing to cover him. Half track quickly. So protect the medic. Protect the sanitator. Full grenadiers moving up as well. And looks like the medic will just be making out. No, he didn't. He got gunned down by the vicious rifleman of Nonsensei. He'll up a grenade on the false grenades. Oh dear, 2 down. A grenade flying a bit here and there. That was quite vicious. And now he's sending in with a large flanking assault. But of course, there's the MG42 getting sniped. But dual snipers. No, wait, he could... oh, the half-track moving in as well. Oh dear, we are seeing sticky bombs. 2 sticky bombs on the half-track. Covering it in explosives, damaging the engine, immobilizing it, and... a full retreat. Of course, there are pioneers nearby, so this can quickly be repaired. And oh, everything explodes. Riflemen dying. Oh my goodness! But we are seeing some engineers continuing the west. Pioneers moving about. 2 minesweeper teams, and in fact, are the only thing in the west. Still no further infantry though from Chains. Chains feeling perhaps, you know, infantry is for cities. I'm not entirely sure. Quickly repairing that half track though. Only thing that. The engine, though, is still in a pretty bad condition, but the pioneers work hard. And now we see the engineers fighting. The pioneers nothing really doing, although in this case, the pioneers perhaps even with 1 man will still have the advantage due to the veterancy 2, making them a bit tougher than again. 2 gunners, wait, snipers on the move. Could be he's moving his force towards the west or not. Not sure, but slowly able to equalize. Riflemen moving in there to support the engineers in their dreaded fight against the veterancy 2 pioneers. They used to gain elite armor at Veterancy 2, but due to some unfortunate prior spamming business, that was actually changed, and now those pioneers could be in a bit of trouble. Get the minesweeper to safety, Hans. No. Our half track is ready. No, we are seeing no attempt to really move about there, except now Stu 42 has been called in. The Sturmhaubitze on 40.
Our supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Stu 42 advances.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
And some Volkskrieger moving in first, though this could be a bit dicey, though he doesn't quite keep the support in his range. Looks like Nonsensei is getting 2 snipers himself, leading up with assault. Looks like he's focusing all of his efforts in the west. Of course, he's going to be running into a bit of a problem. He doesn't have any anti-tank assets except the sticky bombs and the Stu 42s there. Volkskrieger is getting sniped, causing a swift retreat. Not entirely sure why, though. He had the Stu 42 to do a bit of damage. Of course, now the Stu 42 could end up getting sticky bombed. No, Nonsensei is pulling back in a huge fan. He could have been sneaking about here, of course. It is an assault gun. It doesn't have a turret. It could have been swarmed, but no. Instead, he's now focusing towards the east, getting sniped up. American sniper gets a German sniper. Only one German sniper left. Half-track advances ever slowly, cautiously. Small pile of sniped Americans. John, Bill, and Jerry. Half-track slightly pulling away. Some folks going to continue in the east, though. We are seeing it moving up the tiers. And the Stu 42 hits a mine. Oh dear. Veteran 1 though ready. This is good. Stu 42 opens up and kills 2 riflemen outright. Oh dearie me. And they don't quite manage to throw off that sticky bomb that they have probably been planning. Instead, he's changing his axis of attack. Minesweeper at the front. Volkskrieger is swirling off things a bit here. Good move, Chains. Good move. Pioneers clearing mines in the west. Volkskrieger coming under quite a bit of fire. And we are seeing a full retreat. That's the American advance. And we are seeing another advance towards the west. Again, snipers leading the way. Others moving back. And looks like, yes, indeed, we are finally seeing something from the motor pool. Probably going to be an anti-tank gun to deal with the Stu 42, the Sturmhaubitze. And an MG 42 quickly being rushed to contain any problems that could be in the east as the riflemen push through. All dangerous, all vicious, all nasty. We are seeing the assault phases ready. No Sturm army as of yet, though, and now these pioneers are once more running into riflemen and once more forced away. Now the MD-42 catches some riflemen in its sights. Half-track moves forwards. Lots of heavy machine gun fire being directed against the riflemen. The Stu 42 following up as well. Anti-tank gun is ready and looks like he will be establishing his main efforts in the west since he's actually moving over the anti-tank gun there, and that's really where most of his major efforts will be able to happen, of course. Otherwise, the Stu 42 and a half-track will be able to do too much damage to his forces, and in this case, he managed only to do some light harassment, which the pioneers can quickly negate. So, question is, of course, how much was this actually worth in the long run? How much? I'm not quite sure. More units on the way from the motor pool, probably another anti-tank gun. We are seeing this one here with some snipers moving about the west. Except for this MG-42 is actually pretty open. If these snipers get up here, they could do quite a bit of damage. Riflemen moving towards here. Perhaps clearing out the wire first. And of course, quickly moving away, the mechanized, slightly armored force towards the center once more. Keeping his main forces here in a sort of reserve position. Good move. And there we go. MG-42 getting sniped. Oh dear, riflemen stop up to take a point. That was a bit unfortunate. More sniping on the MG-42. Rifleman could be in fact clearing it out. Sticky bomb on the half-track. MG cleared out. Damaged engine on the half-track. Anti-tank gun opens up as well on the Stu 42. Volkskrieger is charging into the mess. Rifleman could get off, and no, they're retreating in fact. Stu 42 on heavy fire from the anti-tank gun. American snipers are pulling back by the looks of things. Well, they know they're sneaking about here at the west. Not quite continuing. Bit of damage here to the efforts of Chains, but not quite a lot of damage. And so far, Sensor is suffering the most losses by quite a huge margin. Supply yard is up. More sniping on the Volkskrieger. Veterans 1 for 1 sniper. Quickly moving in, perhaps hoping to re-man that MG. Rifleman could have advanced a bit up towards that heavy cover. Apparently they feel a bit worried about the sniper not moving in their own. Another anti-tank and advancing. More riflemen moving in, perhaps hoping to attack from this angle. MG pulling away, not quite fancying all that sniper business. And we are seeing the Panzer, the battle phase has been reached at the same time, going for the Stuka zu Fuß. The Stukas actually being equipped with Nebelwerfer rockets. And the Stukas was actually sort of nickname given to it. Same nickname was also given to the Panzerfaust later in the war, although that was slightly more ironic, I believe, in the sort of gallows humor exhibited by the German soldier. Riflemen getting blasted a bit by the Su-42 riflemen charging through here, hoping to catch the sniper. They don't quite. Grenadiers reformed and hoping to get off some sticky bombs on the Su-42. They succeed. Pioneers trying to cover. Pack 38 there. Oh dear, riflemen taking quite some losses, but they're not throwing any further sticky bombs. And it's actually time to go look at Nonsensei, who does have the munitions to do so, but he's in fact pulling back. And the anti-tank guns did not follow up in the assault. Oh dear. Although he might be saving munitions for the artillery. And he's getting supply at upgrade number 2. This is good. This is great. Still no medic station though. Anti-tank guns advancing. Could be they're opening up on the medic bunker. Medic's getting shot. No, they're hoping to get the Stu-42. And an Ostwind flak panzer almost, in fact, quite ready. Not quite a panzer, or at least a proper panzer, but it can still do the job in this case. Artillery is ready. Pioneers moving in to quickly put together this. MG42 sending up to cover the flank. Riflemen just barely make it past though. And this is going to be a bit of a problem. There we go, American assault cancel. Artillery getting called in though. On the bunker, in fact. Hoping to knock out the medic bunker, thus depriving Mr. Chains of any further infantry being reconstituted, although he has actually a slightly larger infantry cadre now, and certainly more towards this sort of regular minimum of 3 I would recommend. Quite a bit of manpower being floated there though. Volkswagen is charging right into the riflemen. And getting sniped in the process. We could see a grenade. Grenades and Volkswagen going after the position of the snipers, while the Volkswagen with MP40 is doing a bit of covering fire. Oh no. Paranoid grenade getting lobbed at the rifleman, and rifleman in fact being forced away. Anti-tank guns trying to keep the German armor away. In fact, looks like the Stu-42 could get cleared out. No, the anti-tank gun is no more. Crew is turned into moist bits. We are seeing a quick counter-attack, and oh dear, these Volkswagens could get sniped. On the retreat. No, they apparently hold out. Nonsensei pushing onwards. He's certainly not giving up, and the Volkswagen team in fact gets completely wiped out. Ostwind just fires madly into the wind, hoping to eradicate that anti-tank up. The anti-tank gun is recruited and immediately opens up on the Ostwind. Could be an idea with armor-piercing rounds if he can afford it. Ostwind in fact taking quite a bit of damage and kaput. Anti-tank gun knocks out the Ostwind flak panzer, thus diminishing the assets of Chains, but quite a bit of Volkswagen team and a flak panzer down. And no, he's not getting veterans for that yet. Could be an idea to sort of increase the rate of fire, of course, or more specifically the rate of cooldown on artillery. Further fighting in the west, riflemen pushing onwards. Let's just speed this up a bit again. We are seeing an anti-tank gun on the way, riflemen moving here towards the east. Positions of Chains a bit unsure. And the Americans are breaking through in the east, where they rather feel confidently there's no defense. And of course, due to the lack of infantry, of course, the problem is also that Chains can't really, at the moment, really create a mobile reserve to sort of react to things. And of course, he also has to focus more in the center. And the half-track, though, opens up, and we are in fact seeing veterans who won now. Blasting away at the rifleman's position. Large rockets flying through the air. Only destroying a mine, it looks like. That was a bit unfortunate. This sniper was actually doing the work. And forcing the riflemen to retreat. But they have secured the victory points. Grenadiers sort of sneaking about in the center of the fight. And looks like American assault going on in the west. Snipers and riflemen. Someone hitting a mine. And screaming about it. There we go. Hitting mines can be painful. And this Stu-42 proves to be still a nuisance. MG42 stopping rifle, in fact stopping also engineers. Sensei seems to be a bit lacking in the assault department. A mortar could have been useful, and oh dear, rifleman team got absolutely annihilated somewhere. I think it was that, no, that was engineers. And looks like some pioneers got blasted to bits. Artillery, it looks like he has got a howitzer in the base. Yes, indeed. Now opening up on the German positions is another half-track, and more mobile artillery arrives for Chains and the Panzer Lehr. The 1st Infantry Division pushes on with aid of snipers and now artillery, but still he's having a bit of trouble breaking through, really establishing that decisive blow that can crush the lines of Chains. He needs to find Chains' weakest link. Ahahaha. Yes, a bit of a pun there on his name. Sneaky am I, and witty am I, or not. Right, been getting reinforced. Bit of this, a bit of that, and yes, getting blown to bits by the Stu 42. Thankfully, no one was killed as the Stu 42 fired into the ranks of its own. Don't shoot, Jürgen. We are your friends. Anyways. Snipers doing a bit of harassment, and once more we are seeing the half-tracks firing away with its heavy rockets. Die Nebelwerfer-Raketen. Setting a house on fire. And... oh, we got a sniper. Oh, dear. Not the Veteran C2 sniper, though, but... still a bit of damage there. And a rifleman team running straight into the Stu 42. Things are looking rather grim for Nonsensei. More men getting decimated by the might of the Nebelwerfer. Again, on the half-tracks. Nebelwerfer is sort of name of a sort of whole project. Initially it was actually some rather large mortars, but that was sort of changed into the rocket program, sort of rocket artillery program with the ones we know, and of course also these ones, which actually fire some rather larger Nebelwerfer rockets than the other Nebelwerfer. And else, still good with this one, keeping him with reasonable amounts of manpower. Oh, the artillery now flying in, doing quite a bit of damage there, sort of sundering the frontal lines.
One of ours.
This could be the moment for Nonsensei to press through, perhaps even get those half-tracks. Come on, Sensei, onwards, initiative.
We have 3
Anti-tank guns inching forwards. German snipers opening up. Still moving about with 2 IC. Americans once more running into a bit of trouble.
Enemy unit down.
Heavy losses, although looks like a German sniper got sniped again, although this one seems to keep surviving. He is the good sniper, the veteran, and looks like another bunker is up for Chains. Might be going for a repair bunker, not just of course to keep the Stu 42 repaired, but also in case the half-tracks take a bit of damage. Could also be a medic bunker, so not go against that. He still needs infantry to fight and take territory for the glory of the fatherland. Whereas Nonsensei needs to take it for the glory of Uncle Sam. Freedom, liberty, something. I'm not quite sure what. But still Nonsensei presses through, keeps harassing. Well, an interesting move might be to sort of try and move through here, at least take more territory from here, sort of again force Chains away from his other territories instead of keep striking here. I think that might actually work. He's sort of resorting a bit to the bang your head into a wall approach. Stu 42 against Rifleman. Oh dear, 2 down. Rifleman could be getting off several sticky bombs. Oh no. And the Stu 42 has taken some damage. Pioneers are rushing in from the medic bunker. Rifleman getting closer. Looks like the half-tracks are moving in to bombard. And there you go, 2 sticky bombs on the Stu 42. Oh my goodness, the Stu 42 goes down. The anti-tank gun securing the kill. That was a bit of a blow to Chains. Rockets damaging a medic machine gun nest, but that's about it. Pioneers getting torn apart. Chains is once more suffering some losses. A bike moving in. Looks like he got another sniper off. Nonsensei, in fact, rendering Sensei sniperless. This could certainly be to the advantage of Chains, who certainly just lost a major asset in the Stu 42. He is in fact now lacking in armor, and looks like Mr. Nonsensei could be very close to getting himself an off-map combat group, and I'm pretty sure that is what he's hoping for. Very close to that. Also looks like he might be slowly saving up manpower for that. Which of course he's probably hoping for some vehicles, perhaps some M10s and M8s. Break through and show those Krauts who's the boss here. Give him the strike of the Cobra. Not entirely sure why they called it Operation Cobra. There we go. The Brits sort of named their operations after racehorses and other silly things, which rather resulted in Churchill at one stage basically telling them to stop giving all the operations silly names, since he'd rather hate to have to give someone the message that their son or husband or brother was killed during Operation Ballyhoo or Bunny Hog. Assault on several fronts. Tiger almost ready, in fact, and looks like another Ostwind flak Panzer is ready. Not entirely sure why he doesn't get a Panzer IV. Would probably do better, actually, I think. Rifleman finding himself being sniped. Grenadiers holding in line with a Panzerschreck. Ostwind moving up to support his 37mm flak cannon going off. Grenades getting lobbed. No one really getting killed amongst the Grenadiers. Anti-tank guns firing away with glee and abandon as engineers move forwards, but really taking out the low losses. And there we go. The off-map combat group, Nonsensei, getting the M10, the M8, the Riflemen, and some Rangers. Oh, goodness gracious, this could go well. It could also go pretty badly. And Riflemen sneaking in and catching a sniper. They gunned him down. They showed him what they think about German snipers. Not very much. Of course, there was still a Pack 38. Ostwind moving in, and of course there's, yes, and Veterancy 3 actually fun fact, of course, and this is not something I actually get to very much mentioned very often, but a Veterancy 3 Pack 38 actually does more damage, gains small damage bonus. It's not something you hear very much. And now the oh no, the half-track's a bit of a problem. M8 flanking the anti-tank on M10 coming under fire, and oh dear, the mine was set off, the M8 is gone, the M10 is heavily damaged, and the half-tracks are getting blasted to bits. Oh goodness gracious, a Panther though is on the way. Half-track is kaput. M10 also kaput very soon, there we go. Quite a reversal in fortunes. Most of Chains' front line has collapsed. The center is gone, his Schwerpunkt ist nicht mehr, it's tot, kaput. Verschwinden, or something like that. Anti-tank guns ready, Rangers, a few riflemen as well. He just had some machine guns and mortars, he could really hold it. Of course, he still has the artillery, so of course blast away. Good Nonsensei. I think that actually rhymed a bit. Still lacking in infantry, and there we go. Panzer ready to show the armies who's got the real Panzers. And of course, I bet Nonsensei is hoping for another off-map combat group. Things are a bit dicey, but still he has the artillery, he can still blast away, and looks like in fact he's doing that, although he's not really managing to hit a lot.
We now have
a bit quiet, repair pioneers hiding about there, and someone talking about kissing their asses goodbye. Fraps acting up a bit. First time so far, this is a reasonably good sign. Right, there we go. And I have certainly thought about changing to a program. I've certainly been hearing something about something called DX Tori or something like that. Apparently it's much better and a lot less likely to actually sort of lag up. So I'm considering that one. Just need to sort of figure it out, its trial version and all that. So you might be seeing some improvements, at least in terms of, you know, not me constantly raging on about fraps. Riflemen and Rangers coming under quite a bit of fire. We are seeing Blitzkrieg increasing the rate of fire. Chains going for all of it. The Ostwind flying away with increased speed. In fact, although less accurate, still doing a bit of damage, but the anti-tank gun gets it. Volksgrenadiers advance, just desperately running forwards. MG42 getting sniped. Anti-tank gun pulling away. The Volksgrenadiers rushing in with the spirit of the Blitzkrieg, and then they run out of air. There you go. Howitzer not really firing in support. This could have been nice. And the Panther also advances. Volksgrenadiers getting sniped. Panther moving forwards. Riflemen quickly counter-attacking. Could Mr. Nonsensei be hoping for another off-map combat group? And Panthers hoping to sort out that anti-tank gun, but coming up under fire from another one. There we go, the anti-tank gun is destroyed, wrecked. Good move there, thus ensuring the Americans can't recruit it. You do it by basically ordering the Panther to make an attack move on the anti-tank gun, I believe. back to the action. Again, I will go for DX Story if it, works without problems, or at least not too many problems. Then I probably will be going for that after. So of course, still I need to sort of figure it out. It might not happen. It might happen. Again, it all depends on things, and if it actually works. MG42 getting hit, trying to retreat, but sometimes the bug happens that it doesn't actually quite retreat, and then you actually have to sort of manually move it first. But there we go. It's actually moving now. Pioneers close to the artillery. Salvaging munitions from vehicles, this is good. And the Americans are once more on the move for Uncle Sam. Heading a mine though, good move there by change mining that area. Nothing to support it, no infantry. Keine Infanterie, instead he's getting more snipers. That's always something, I suppose. And there we go, Rangers charging ahead, getting sniped in the process. Lobbing grenade out, the Pioneers having to clear out the lump. And the Pioneers are forced to retreat. Rangers taking quite a bit of fire from the Volkspioneers and the sniper. Lacking the assets to really break through here. And we are seeing a manpower blitz. We're seeing a Tiger getting called in. We will be seeing infantry getting called in. Come on. Chains, call in some infantry. Please, you need more. You're sort of rather limited, in fact. Mr. Sensei is holding 3 victory points versus none for Chains. But so far it's actually reasonably equal. And once more Nonsensei pushes the attack. Anti-tank gun repaired. Good idea, that also healed. And Volksgunners getting right into some problems with Riflemen. Riflemen tearing through the Volksgunners like they were butter. And the Tiger has arrived. Panzer 6 or 6. And a sticky bomb goes off on the Panther. Sniper opened up. Doesn't quite hit anything. In fact, misses the German sniper. Artillery now also flying in. A Stu-42 rushing to the scene as well. Grenade on the MG42, clearing it out. And then the Rifleman gets slaughtered. Oh dear, that was quite the blow. That was veterans. 2 Riflemen. Another Rifleman gets sniped. Still no medic station from Nonsensei. That could probably help him in the long run. Anti-tank guns firing away. Stu-42 forced away. Back to the action. Tiger holding the eastern flank for the glory of the fatherland, while Pioneers with minesweepers once more try the west. Still not a veteran here, of course. Now he's a bit low on manpower after that manpower blitz. So of course, if Nonsensei can pull off some good losses, he might be able to shift things in his favor. But finding him the west. Nonsensei not giving up, not even in the face of the mighty Tiger tank. Pioneers on the run. And anti-tank gun running straight into the anti-tank gun. Will we be seeing any armor-piercing rounds? We're seeing bazookas, but they rather sort of fly over the front. Riflemen getting blasted to bits, even some of the anti-tank gun crews. Bazooka men hoping to get the flanks, but not quite. And the sniper's flying away, and the sniper misses again. Oh dear. Another Rifleman team bites the dust in the most literal of manners as their jaws unhinge and clench the ground. Blasted apart by high explosive shells from the Tiger.
Ready?
A bit of quiet, let's speed this up a bit. More artillery on the position of the Tiger. No, they're going after the repair bunker, hoping to deny the Wehrmacht valuable repair assets. No further off-map combat groups from Nonsensei. Let's in fact go have a look at him. It could be what he needs. So another off-map combat group. Panther. Stu-42 advancing. Tiger getting repaired. Anti-tank gun in trouble. Yes, indeed. Last crew dies. Rather looks like Nonsensei might be needing some more forces in the form of an off-map combat group, hoping for more tank destroyers. Stu-42 in problems. Volksgrenadiers getting fired. Sniper awfully close to a grenade, but does survive. Engineers with a BAR. Desperate fighting on all points, or at least here in the center. And the engineers recrew the anti-tank gun. Bit of a waste there.
Taking casualties.
And another Rifleman team is lost to eternity. As a Panther sorts that one out. And there you go. Once more, the sniper doesn't quite seem to get the German snipers. And he misses again.
Put some fear into him.
Or perhaps he just hopes for false grenades, but not quite sure there. Nonsensei certainly seems to be having a problem with that in the late game. And there we go, he's going for another off-map combat group. And once more, artillery. And the Stu 42 gets hit right on. Oh dear, the howitzer could perhaps finish it off. No, doesn't seem like it. Panther now veteran T2. Moving forwards. And we're in fact seeing Blitzkrieg. He's going right for it. Looks like the off-map combat group is almost ready. Will it be anything good? And there we go. Armored car, 2 rifleman teams and an anti-tank gun. Perhaps not the most suited option to repel a Panther and Tiger in Blitzkrieg mode. Armored car dashes in. Not quite sure why. Perhaps hoping for a mine to sort of do the job. Rifleman moving forward as well. Dual sticky bombs. Damaged engine on both. And the Panther taking quite a bit of damage, but not quite disabled. Anti-tank gun also continues the hunt. Rifleman sneaking through here. And Rifleman getting sniped. Oh, the only one man left. And the German sniper just doesn't need to be able to get them. Rangers moving in. And gets sniped.
Enemy unit down.
And he finally gets that sniper. Still, he's in a lot of trouble. Nonsensei is hurting. He's bleeding badly. Not to say that it's a walk in the park for Chains, but he does seem to hold on a bit better. Although he is quite low on victory points. If Sensei can keep Chains on the back and of course keep killing his infantry, he might be able to pull this through. As again, Chains is awfully low on infantry. In fact, looks like he only has 1 full scanner team. And then otherwise it's MG teams. Looks like this one is bugged. Tragically. Oh wait, he's called in some stormtroopers, perhaps from the 17th SS, or another SS division sort of line up, or we could just imagine they're Force-Jägers. If we have a bit of imagination, Rifleman on the run. And the Tiger comes under fire, Rifleman advancing right across the open ground. A bit of a mismove there. And what is this? A Stu 42 goes right for the American base. Oh no.
Got hostiles in the compound. Base is under attack.
But Nonsensei pushes the effort on all points, all flanks. Another bunker up for Chains. He is not about to give Chains any easy times. Riflemen need to get out of there. Sticky bomb number, I don't know, on the Tiger. And more Riflemen getting absolutely torn to shreds in front of the mighty Tiger. Things are looking pretty grim for the Americans. Let's speed this up a bit, but out. And back to the fight. Anti-tank guns recruit. Sensei putting all his faith and the anti-tank guns and their ability to perhaps knock out the German armor. Now veteran C3. Oh dear. That's only going to help more against the sticky bombs. In particular on the Panther and the Stu 42 with their armored skirts. Originally designed to actually protect against anti-tank rifles. And that was about it. Of course, could protect against sticky bombs, but you know... Oh, goodness gracious, the stormtroopers were absolutely annihilated by artillery. That was slightly unfortunate. Stu 42 now coming under fire from anti-tank guns. And there's actually been some debate if the armored skirts in the longer run actually helped, or if they actually helped sort of things like bazookas actually penetrate easier. There's some technicalities right there which I'm not quite understanding of. And there's another Stu 42 here in dire need of repairs. Main gun wrecked and certainly not looking good with the skirts either.
Losing ground.
Although later on it was sort of changed to a mesh, which probably actually helped, I think. The Soviets also used it, although theirs was a more improvised one where they basically just put, you know, bed spring mattresses on the side of their tanks. Stuff like that. And there we go, another off-map combat group. An M10, an anti-tank gun, and now we're actually seeing a mortar for Nonsensei. This could be good. And this 242 could be in a lot of trouble. And again, another western push.
Break's over. Back to the war.
Should perhaps consider reinforcing this. Oh, flaps. Right back again. And again, might want to consider just focusing as much here in the western punch for Nonsensei. Stu 42 now running into a lot of problems. Panther opening up but not quite hitting the M10. Rifleman breaking through here. Occupying the attention of the Panther actually. Allowing the M10 in peace and quiet to knock out the Stu 42.
Enemy unit.
Tiger moving in though from the east. Mortar setting up. Tiger getting hit by quite a bit. Damaged engine. M10 though needs to do something. And this anti-tank gun could be in a lot of trouble. More anti-tank on fire on the Tiger. And the M10 breaks through. Stu 42 has in fact just been repaired in the meanwhile. M10 moving about the Panther but not quite succeeding. Rifleman, oh no, not doing too well either. And the Pak 38 gets recruited. And oh dear, the M10 is out of control. Has done quite a bit of damage to the Panther, but not quite enough. And the Tiger through the east. Oh dear, the Tiger could almost go down, in fact. If the anti-tank guns get that final shot off. No. The Stormtroopers scanning the charge in. Getting a sniper with their assault rifles and now moving in to clear out this support section.
We're at 100 points of drop.
This could be the end, my friend. But no riflemen charging in. Nonsensei has not given up the fight despite barely having anything to fight with. This is getting quite tense.
Weapon crew lost.
And the Stormtroopers sort out both anti-tank guns with vicious determination. Rifleman once more moving in and they're getting sick of on the Tiger. They need to get away though. And the Tiger is gone. It is down and the Rifleman gain veterancy 2 with just that.
Fuel point is being seized.
Quite a blow to Chains. Who is certainly himself also a bit low on resources. He's certainly lost quite a few of his fighting troops. Pak is once more decrewed. He's only got one Stu 42, having had 2. He's just got the Panther, some Pioneers, and one full Sky team. That's about it, actually.
We're down to 50 points.
Oh wait, he's still got those Stormtroopers as well. We're still, you know, although again, oh, down to only 2 Rifleman teams. That's, oh dear. Rifleman getting gunned down. Lots of machine gun fire, Stu fire.
Losing ground out there.
And another off combat group. 2 M10s, a heavy machine gun team and a Rifleman team. Could this be what Sensei has been dreaming of? Against the Panther, they could do the trick if they are handled properly, if they can get the proper and necessary mobility. Anti-tank and recruit. There we go, hoping to flank about the Panther, quickly pulling out. Rifleman moving forwards. No, he's keeping one M10 at range. Artillery getting called in. Oh dear. Doesn't quite get much out of that. Fighting here in the west. Already one M10 was down. That was a wasted opportunity. He should have sent in them both. Stormtroopers going in after the Rifleman. Heavy machine gun opening up on the Stormtroopers immediately. Forcing the Stormtroopers away, but things are looking pretty dire. The 1st Infantry Division has been utterly devastated, although the Panzer Lehr has also taken quite its share of losses. Yeah, Flap's not really been cooperative here in the last moments. M10 charging forward, sticky bomb on the Panther. Bit of damage right there on the Panther. M10 still moving about, though it doesn't quite manage. Again, should have sent in the other at the same time.
Enemy unit down.
And some Pioneers got squashed by the M10. Now going for the Stu 42 perhaps. Stu 42 goes down. Oh dear, awfully close. Chains down to not much either himself. But the Panther gets the M10 and he gets a second Tiger. The Panzer Lehr fighting on against all odds, but so the 1st Infantry Division, they're in fact both fighting on, despite their rather insane losses. Many snipers have vanished in this fight. Machine gun team gets cleared out, stormtroopers advance. It looks like this last anti-tank gun, yes indeed, that only leaves one team of riflemen for Nonsensei. He's probably hoping for something like, say, an off-map combat group. And there we go, another off-map combat group. Another M8 and M10. Only 12 victory points, only 62 for Chains. It's only been quite close.
They're losing territory.
And now getting some Knight's Cross. Ritterkreuz. Yes, indeed. I would like to get more infantry, I'd say. And another blitzkrieg from Chains. Only an anti-tank gun to stop them, though. And an M8, but it's not really the sort of thing you try to stop heavy tanks. And that M8 does not have a very long time to live again. Or does it? I mean, the Tigers and Panthers just can't seem to hit it, of course, again. That's the thing with Blitzkrieg. Yes, it also increases the rate of fire, but of course, it also gives you a bit harder time actually hitting anything. In this case, that's probably what saved the M8. I'm sure it's very happy about that for how long that ever lasts. As the Panther and Tiger are not going to give up. Oh dear. The M10 already been gone, and these riflemen getting torn to bits by the Knight's Cross. And there we go, there's in fact only one rifleman left for Nonsensei. Only one unit, only 1 point. Or probably less than that, of course. And game over. The 1st Infantry Division has been utterly decimated. It's taken quite some extreme losses. Operation Cobra in this sector did not succeed. The Panzer Lehr held the line, although probably with some heavy losses, which probably will be felt sorely elsewhere. But of course, what can we learn from this match? Of course, this is going to be a bit quick, but you know, again, medic stations, medic bunkers, all that could have been helpful. More infantry for change might actually have helped him in the longer run, I think, rather than you. Still, you know, good, interesting heightening of snipers, though. Mining, good. Certainly also sticking on to anti-tank guns. And I think he perhaps, you know... And here's the thing, though. He got the motor pool, but again, it didn't quite get as much use as it probably could have. So that was a bit of a waste there. I think good upgrading of the supply, though. Good veterancy and all that. I mean, some good pushes all on this end. I mean, Nonsensei got a bit too occupied with here instead of trying to outflank otherwise. And he didn't get some smoke rounds, which probably could have helped. But there you go. But hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.